Republican Congressman Steve Hickey is not only a South Dakota congressman, he's also a pastor at the Church of the Gate in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. He's co-sponsored a bunch of anti-gay measures in the state house, and now he's on a campaign to warn people about the dangers of anal sex, which is the obsession of so-called pro-family anti-gay men. Not much of a discussion of lesbians very often. Not much of a discussion of heterosexual couples that may choose to engage in anal sex, just an obsession with gay men. I don't know what that means. We've explored that in the past. That's not the subject today. He also thinks, Steve Hickey thinks, that homosexuality has been the downfall of past civilizations. And he wrote this, he did a video interview with the Argus leader following up an op-ed he wrote for a local paper. And in this video, which we're not going to play because typically local newspapers and local TV stations are very aggressive about copyright stuff. So even though I think we would be within fair use to use the video, we just don't even want to deal with that. So I'll tell you what he said. And he was responding to a physician named Dr. Kevin Wayland, who called Hickey's warnings about homosexuality not only hurtful, but entirely wrong. So Congressman Steve Hickey says, and here's what I'd like to ask Dr. Wayland. Do you tell your patients to wash their hands before they eat? Why? Because you touch a doorknob and you don't want it to get inside your body. I hesitate to get crude again, but Dr. Wayland, is it okay for 8 of your friends that you're in love with to take a dump in your bed and then you can sleep in it all year long? Now, the most shocking thing about this, Lewis, is for a pro-family guy like Steve Hickey, most people would never even think of using doorknobs in a sexual way, but Steve Hickey is apparently all over that.
David, this is one guy. I would love to see this guy's browser history.
Okay, maybe he's been visiting some German websites. I don't know. I don't know what kind of parties Steve Hickey goes to, but this isn't really sounding like homosexuality is even connected with the stuff he's talking about.
I'm not sure what he's talking about. It's definitely perverse. It's definitely obscene, and it definitely fascinates him. And let's keep our eye on this guy. I think we're going to see great things from him.
And again, what about lesbians? If your problem is with homosexuality at its core, what about lesbians? These anti-gay religious guys seem fixated on male gay sex, and I could say I will never understand why. Sometimes we've come to understand why their fixation is on that, but it seems to be the common thread that runs through it. It's just truly amazing. Join us on Facebook, facebook.com/David Pakman Show. Next, we will talk to Brian Wansink from Cornell's Food and Drug Lab. I think you'll really like this interview. We are member supported, and there's a whole other show that we do just for our supporters. Get all of those member benefits right now by going to davidpakman.com/membership.